This 5-star hotel only costs $50 a night, and the wildest thing is that it is in Dubai. What's the catch? Welcome to the Grand Mercure Dubai City, located right next to the airport. Here's what I liked and did not like today on Markus Travels. The first thing that I liked is that you get a lot of room for your buck here. This is the Deluxe Twin room. There's quite a lot of space. I think this is around 35 square meters. Everything you would want is here. There's the bed in the central area. There's the dining room table where I'm sitting at the moment. We have plenty of wardrobe space. There's even a vanity to make yourself pretty. The room also comes with a separate kettle and an espresso machine. And next to that, there is a fridge that was empty when I arrived, so no minibar here, which is excellent. There is an ironing board, there's slippers, really everything that you would expect from a 5-star hotel. As for the rest of the hotel facilities, everything that you would expect is available. There are 2 pools. One of them is here outside my window. I understand that is the family pool. And the second pool is on the rooftop. I believe that's adults only. From that rooftop, you also have great views of the airport. And on a clear day, you can see the Dubai skyline as well. But when I was taking my photos, it was very hazy. The hotel, of course, has a gym and a spa as well. The second thing I like is the breakfast. The spread was great. It was a good mix of Western and Middle Eastern dishes. I stuck mostly to the Middle Eastern breakfast items. There is also an omelette station, and near there are also waffles available. That's maybe a bit of a standout. No, actually, the most standout thing that I found on the spread was kimchi. Delicious. The staff at the restaurant was very friendly and attentive. Maybe even too attentive. They were constantly clearing stuff from my table, which normally is fine, but when I was sitting there with my headphones on watching a YouTube video, maybe they can wait a while. Nonetheless, it's not the staff's fault. It was just me being a bad passenger. What is the word? Bad guest. Also, the value of the breakfast was really good. I included it when I booked. I don't remember exactly what the surcharge was, but maybe $10 or $15. So I think this was a really good value. The third thing that I like about the Grand Mercure Dubai City is some of their eco-friendly practices. One thing is that they have this bottle of filtered water that they fill up every day, and then I could also put it in the fridge if I wanted to, but I kind of prefer it room temperature. This, I think, is a lot better than having plastic disposable waters, because this is a proper glass bottle. 2 other eco-friendly practices come to mind. They only change the sheets and the towels at checkout unless you request them to be changed, which is nice. And then all of the amenities in the bathrooms are in big dispensers and not individually packaged packages. Words are hard. One thing that you may have noticed is that it got a little bit darker here behind me. The lighting system in the wardrobe and vanity area is operated on a sensor. So it just switched off because I haven't walked around there for a while. Shall we switch it on? I'm going to walk over. I paid for this trip myself so that you get a non-sponsored and authentic travel review. Welcome to my channel, Markus Travels. We'll talk more about the price and the value for money at the end of the video. And now we come to the things I did not like about this hotel room. Number 1 on the list is the bathroom, and I have a long list of notes here of things that did not work with the bathroom. Number 1 in the bathroom is that the knob for the shower is super slippery. When your hands are soapy, it is impossible to turn it. Plus, it's a very confusing setup. Usually, you activate the water with one knob, and then you have another one to switch between the rainfall shower and the handheld shower. Here, the knob does 3 things. It alternates between the rainfall shower, the handheld shower, and the water to the tub. That is not intuitive at all. It would be better to have a selector switch. But the fact that you cannot use the knob when your hands are soapy, it almost renders the whole system unusable. And on that basis, this is actually the worst hotel shower that I can remember. Like, if you can't turn it off, what's the point? Luckily, I had some water in the tub from when I was messing around with the settings, so I could kind of wash my hands in the tub with the water that was left over there so that I could actually operate the knob correctly. This is just terrible design. The next thing about the bathroom is that it's weirdly split up in 3 different sections. One is the toilet, that is a separate room. Then there's the tub and the shower, that's a separate room. And then there's the vanity here in the main room. That's just a weird kind of design. At the vanity, there are 2 dispensers for what you might think is soap, but none of them is actually hand soap. There is hand lotion and shampoo. Like, you're not going to use shampoo at the sink. That should be in the shower area. Well, it is there as well, but it has no business being by the sink. And I also think the hand lotion is actually empty. At the vanity, there's also no place to hang your hand towel. And in fact, there was no towel in that area when I arrived in the room. All the towels were in the shower room. And it took me a while to actually find them. You would expect that near the sink, there would be a towel. But because there's no place to hang it there, I understand why there is no towel there. The last problem with the bathrooms is that it takes ages to get any hot water. I'm on the 2nd floor. Like, hot water should just work. And this applies to the sinks in particular. I'm in there waiting a minute to get some hot water to wash my hands. That's not great. The second thing that I dislike about this room is that there are not enough electrical outlets. This is clearly an older building. I think it was designed at a time when people didn't have so many devices with them. And that really shows, but they would be wise to add some more electrical outlets. All of the outlets that are there are the standard Middle Eastern / UK style. Luckily, I have a plug converter with me. But I think the modern standard in this region is that you have at least a couple of universal outlets as well. Of the outlets that are there are no available outlets near the bed. There are 2 there, but they're occupied, I think one by the alarm clock, the other one by the lamp. People do like to charge their phones by the bed, so that's clearly an oversight. The third thing that I did not like about this room is that it does show quite a lot of wear and tear. The chair where I'm sitting right now, it has a huge stain in the middle. The mirror on the wall behind me, it has a lot of scuff marks. It is really quite easy to see that that mirror should have been replaced and or cleaned a long time ago. Yesterday, as I wanted to make myself some tea, I connected the kettle to the outlet and it was on for like 1 second and then it blew a fuse. And then that disabled all of the electrical outlets in the room. I called the front desk, and within a couple of minutes they did send up an engineer, and he sorted it out by resetting the fuse, which is actually behind a painting near the entrance door. But he told me, don't use that kettle again. He thought that probably the kettle was faulty. Don't have faulty kettles in the rooms. But it just shows that it is a little bit old and worn around here. Now, all of that has to be considered in the context of the price I paid, and that brings us to the value for money. The price I paid for 2 nights here at the Grand Mercure Dubai City was 509 dirham, which is around $138 US. Now, that includes breakfast, and without breakfast, the price would have been just over $50 US per night. That is outstanding value. There's no other way to say it. It is great value in Dubai, but it's also great value in many other places. I live in Switzerland. Even the capsule hotel at Zurich Airport is $100 plus per night. So the fact that you can get a 5-star hotel in Dubai for $50 is outstanding. Now, certainly, this is not the kind of luxury hotel comparable to other 5-star hotels here in Dubai, but for $50, you cannot really expect a lot. The location, right next to the airport, you can even see it from the rooftop. It's just a very convenient place to be if you want to be close to the airport. So when we talk about the value for money, I would have no hesitation to stay here again if budget was my main driver. For another fine airport hotel, click or tap the screen right here. That is the Tribe Milan Malpensa airport where I stayed on the way to Dubai. So check out that video now. Thank you very much for watching. Markus Travels, and I will see you in the next video.